This is Grace Notes. I'm Alan Button, and we're straying a little bit this week from our usual format, bringing you a few song selections from the many on our playlist that pick up on or highlight the character values that typify the people that we ordinarily feature on Grace Notes. We'll kick off with a classic by Sergeant Barry Sadler, Ballad of the Green Berets. The lyrics were written in part in honor of Green Beret U.S. Army Specialist James Gabriel, the first native Hawaiian to die in Vietnam. He was killed by Viet Cong gunfire while on a training mission with the South Vietnamese Army in April 1962. And it's the song's acknowledgement of the sacrifice that undergirds our freedom, the freedom that allows us to do what we do, that gets our attention. Here it is, The Ballad of the Green Berets by Barry Sadler.
Fighting soldiers from the sky have him win the Green Beret.
Our next song is by Johnny Nash, I Can See Clearly Now. Nash sings about blue skies and rainbows and sunshiny days, and he says that the dark clouds are gone and he can see all the obstacles in his way. Of course, that's not the real-life experience of any of us, but it reminds me of a book that came out some years ago entitled Fish, using as a sort of parable the Pike Place Fish Market in Seattle. The first of the 4 principles in that book is choose your attitude. And that seems to be exactly what Johnny Nash is singing about in the song. Here it is, I Can See Clearly Now.
I can see clearly now.
Consistent with that theme of choosing our attitude is our next selection, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head by B.J. Thomas. And a little piece of history, the song was written for the movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, starring Robert Redford and Paul Newman, and it won the Academy Award that year for Best Original Song. B.J. Thomas sings Raindrops Keep Falling on His Head, but that doesn't mean his eyes will soon be turning red, 'cause crying's not for me. I'm never going to stop the rain by complaining. Here it is, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head by B.J. Thomas.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just
That proposition of circumstances not determining our perspective, as B.J. Thomas sings about in Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, is extended by Simon and Garfunkel in Bridge Over Troubled Water. They extend the proposition by looking to how one person cares for another. They sing, when you're weary, feeling small, I'm on your side. When times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Here it is, Simon and Garfunkel with Bridge Over Troubled Water. Grace Notes features people who, in one way or another, provide support to those around them. And isn't it true that we all need a hand from time to time? In a classic hit by Bill Withers, he sings, "Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend, I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm going to need somebody to lean on." Here he is, Bill Withers, with Lean on Me. A common theme on Grace Notes with respect to the people that we often feature is their impact on others. That impact can come in the form of inspiration or affirmation or challenge, and there are a number of songs on our playlist with lyrics built on that theme. You Raise Me Up is one such song, and it's the kind of song that allows the listener to bring to it whatever particular experience or meaning might be especially relevant to him or her, depending on the individuals that have had an impact on the listener's life. In fact, the song has come also to be used in Christian contexts. The song has been covered by numerous artists, perhaps the best known of which is the version by Josh Groban. And here's that version, You Raise Me Up by Josh Groban.
When I am down,
We'll wrap up this special edition of Grace Notes with a song that perhaps as well as any typifies what Grace Notes is all about. Grace Notes is a program that features people whose names may not be household words, but whose lives brighten the lives of others by the way they live, by the choices they've made, by their priorities. Big Bad John is a song about a man who drifted into town, was kind of quiet and shy, and who was not looking for attention. In fact, he was a bit intimidating, and as the song says, you didn't give no lip to Big John. There's the implication that he was imperfect, even that he killed a man. But it's a story of a man who made a real difference in the lives of others. Interestingly, as an aside, that great piano player Floyd Kramer himself took an understated role in the song. He actually, instead of playing the piano, was hitting a hammer on steel to suggest the sound of a pickaxe. Here it is, Big Bad John by Jimmy Dean.
Big John, Big John.
Every morning at the mine you could see him arrive. He stood 6 foot. Big Bad John.
Big John,
Big John. Big Bad John.
You've been listening to Grace Notes, a special edition this week here on Life 103.1. Ordinarily, we feature people who may be relatively unknown, but who meet life's challenges in ways that brighten the lives of those around them. Our song selections this week speak to those values and priorities that many of those whom we've featured live by. Our producer is Will Robinson. I'm Alan Button, and we invite you to join all of us here at the station again next Friday at 5:30 for Grace Notes on Life 103.1.